Long-distance rallying has been popular in years. Endurance events lasting several days and covering thousands of miles. From this has evolved a modern motor sport, performance rallying. It's an international sport which relies on close teamwork between a driver and navigator, because rallies are run on timed sections over byroads and tracks not previously practiced on. The sport is now becoming popular in the United States and Canada, and during 1977, a man and a woman known in rally circles as John Buffum and Vicky won the U.S. Championship and the North American Championship in the same season.
Pro rallying, as it is now in the U.S., really only started 3 years ago. And it's been developing, and obviously, like any sport that is new to a country, it develops slowly. But it's coming on now. We're getting more spectators out to all of the rallies. The competitors' cars and enthusiasm is building up. The cars are more professional, and it's a snowballing effect. You're very fast as you can go, and you know that the competition is going just as fast. You have to take every corner as well as you can, using all the road, cutting the corners, and it's this competition not only with other competitors, but it's also the competition against the road of trying to go as fast as you can go on a road you've never been on.
Dealing with that constant unknown.
The Rim of the World Rally, one of the first in the American sports calendar, starts in the mountains at Palmdale, 50 miles from Los Angeles. Before the start of a rally, organizers check the cars for safety. The main requirements are that the car must be street legal and carry auxiliary safety equipment such as rollover bars and fire extinguishers. After that, anything goes. And in California, that's usually the case. It's early evening as crews glance through their route notes, a navigator's only indication of the road ahead. Then it's off for the first stage, a 15-mile section through the Angeles National Forest, and one of the few stages of this rally run in daylight.
Both rallying and track racing are races. You're going as fast as you can go. You're going flat out through the turns and down the straightaway. But in rallying, the road is only wide enough, these dirt roads are only wide enough for one car at a time, so we race against the clock. Rally fields are made up of many different competitors. Some of them are slow and basically they know they're not going to win. And others are extremely fast, such as my main competition out here, which is Hendrik Block.
I think a good navigator has to be pretty versatile. He has to be, or she has to be, tuned into her driver 100%. Spend all of her time trying to be an asset to the driver. And it could be anything that would be an asset, but you have to find out what that is. In essence, that's what makes you a good navigator.
Now, you need to have faith in your either driver or co-driver, because if you don't, as a co-driver, you're going to get sick, and you're not going to trust them. And as a driver, you're not going to trust your co-driver. If you don't trust your co-driver, you're going to slow down too early before the corners.
This is it.
There it is.
Road goes left.
Okay.
Keep going around like that. Excellent. In 20. Main road stays right.
Stays right.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. In 10. That's it right here. Stays
Okay.
right. Okay. In 20. The left downhill, and it looks like a hard left.
Hard left downhill. Okay.
Yes.
Look at that view on the right if you get a chance.
Right here. In 10, left downhill, hard left. Looks
Okay,
like right
there's
here.
the arrow.
Yeah. You want to really tighten up on this.
Okay.
In 5.
We got lots of room here.
Yes, hard left, downhill. Tight right. In 10, main road goes right. Right here.
Yeah, how about it, Rally Master? You got a copy?
At certain points during the rallies, there are service breaks where the mechanics will have 10 or 15 minutes to work on the car. And while they're doing that, we're looking at the official scores, which are normally posted, and so that we can find out exactly where we stand with the other competitors.
Very well.
I put a little time on him here because there was the fog, you know. These KC stations are just straight through.
It's not you and Buffum.
Oh, we both made a couple of bad excursions.
They go like this across the road. It's starting to rain and there's fog on the last stage. There's 2 stages that have snow on them.
The snow doesn't bother me, it's the fog.
Oh, that fog is terrible. Because you're driving in fog, you can't see very well, and it's a cliff off one end, one side of the road, and you know it's there. You know there's a cliff there, and it sort of makes your right foot lighter.
A whole lot.
Oh, we did.
Every rally I have a different feeling about, a different kind of excitement. But I think one of the most important things for me is that it's two people that work so closely, so well together in a car throughout the whole night. And when everything's clicking and you're doing things just perfectly, it's just like music. And when you're through with the end of a special stage and you know nobody was quicker and nobody was better, that feeling is fantastic. And I try to duplicate that outside in real life, you know, when I go home and cook a dinner and it comes off. Well, that's a great feeling, but it doesn't even come close to being so competitive, so close inside of a car, going so quickly.
An important rally in the Midwest is the Michigan 20 Stages. The rally is run in the daytime over the narrow, winding forest roads of Grayling. John Buffum and Vicky haven't been making good progress. In fact, Buffum has failed to finish in his last 4 rallies. But now, he's getting the driving and the car preparation together.
The 20 Stages rally is a very rough rally. The roads that they choose are real car busters, and a lot of sand, a lot of dust. The best runners in the country, the majority of them anyway, are from the Michigan area, so you always find very highly competitive fields there.
Even when John's back home in Vermont, he's a highly competitive person. I find that he's unusual in that way. Most people look forward to a change. They come from a high-wired situation where you're out there rallying and you come home, you want to unwind. And I think one of the things that makes John such an excellent driver is that he never does stop competing. What I do when I'm away from rallying is I just want to be as mellow as I can. I don't like any kind of racket or noise. I just like to be completely peaceful. And anybody that interrupts that is getting in my way. Norman, I need some foam so that the seatbelt doesn't saw away in my neck.
Well, happy to hear.
Good. And I also would like to have some day glow for the extinguisher so I can see it at night.
Okay.
And these lines down here that go to the Zetacron need to be taped up so I don't jerk them down with my foot.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay?
Accelerate, 7 grand shift, 2nd gear, watch the axle tramp, straight on. Here's
On a closed practice road near to his Vermont workshop, Buffum shows us his rally technique.
Rear end out, downshift, slide sideways, tightening up now, get down a gear, tightening up. Long right-hand corner, that's it, nice. Straight over this crest, crest straight, straight on. Watch the slight right, here we are, here's the left. Slow down a bit, get on it now, get the rear, that's it. Straight on, a long straight, here we are, 7400, shift. Straight on, watch the bump, that's it, long sweeper, that's it, perfect. Get on it, I think it's a straightaway. Straight on down through here. I can see the roadway up there, it's straight on. Get it right on the floor. That's it. Oil pressure good. Water temperature. Watch the bump. Okay, it's all right. Slow down now. Take it down to third. Slow down a bit. It's straight. Straight on. Straight on. Fourth gear. 6,800. Slow down a bit for this left. Get on it. Straight on through. It's open. It's still open. Get on it. Watch this crest here. Looks like it falls away. It does. Get down a gear. Watch that tightening up. Keep it hung out. Nice. Good corner. Get on it now. Watch the slight right. Opens straight on through. Full gas. 7,400. Shift to fourth. 75.
Buffum's technique and experience will soon be tested to the limit. The first disappointments are forgotten, and now he and Vicky have 7 victories in a row behind them. But in the next rally, an international event in Canada, they'll be competing against the most experienced and professional rally teams in the world.
The Criterium de Quebec is a very important rally in the season because it's a world championship rally and all the best drivers from Europe are coming, and you know they're fast. Of course, the North Americans will be out in force, and we'll have the 2 TR7s there, my own, as well as Walter Boyce, my teammate, in the Canadian car.
It was such a difficult rally for us in the sense that there are so many people that are so good. It's the Olympics of people in rallying. And just before the rally, John is like a chicken with his head cut off, and he's trying to find out who he has to compete against and what kind of mood that person's in, and if that person's been having a winning streak or if he's on a losing streak. He's trying to place himself in that competition. And I tried to keep him the least excited as I can, and if that's making jokes at him and calling him a turkey and asking him if he'd like to have a hamburger when we're out to dinner, and anything I can do to sort of lighten him up. And then he slows down a little bit and he realizes that it's just another rally. There's a lot more tension and a lot more competition, but it's just a rally, just like any other rally. We have to go there and we're going to win.
The rally's a really tough rally. A lot of potholes, a lot of water around. The competition in Europe is so fierce that the European drivers are all running close to the limit. Roger Clark, probably the best known of the English drivers, is here. Walter Rohr, who a lot of people haven't heard much about, he's driven for Opel and Porsche. He's driving for Fiat. Still an up-and-coming driver, but he's going to be very good. An old hand has been around such a long time as Timo Mäkinen. As much as Roger Clark, he's a household name, if there is such a thing in rallying. Very, very tough, good competitor. And if you look back over the record of the Europeans, you'll find it's true that there are very few rally drivers that start out and become instant stars. They've gotten to the pinnacle where they are now by practice. And you have to have somebody to time yourself against, to force yourself to drive to the limit all the time without relinquishing, slowing down at all. And when you can do this, then you've reached your peak. And hopefully when you've reached your peak, you will be as good as the best. Danger doesn't bother me so much. It's inherently there. It's there in most everything we do, or certainly most of the things perhaps that I enjoy doing.
Out of the 59 cars entered in the Criterium de Quebec, only 14 lasted through the rally. Just to finish here is an achievement. Buffum came fourth, a performance placing him among the world's best. It was the peak of his season and an impressive result on his way to winning the Pro Rally Championship. That drive took 3 days of tough, arduous competition.
Consciously, I plan for the length of the rally. I go right along and I'm up, so to speak, for the whole rally, and then as the rally ends, I'm ended.
And I'm the opposite. I've gotten to such a peak where I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so wired. I've got to run around some more and scream and yell until I'm just disappear.
Right, and I'm ready to have a few beers at the end. If we won, have a little champagne, and then I'm ready for bed.
Then I want to really go. Then have a terrific party.
How do you feel?
Hurting.
Why? What happened?
I cracked some ribs.
You did?
Yeah.
I knew it. Actually, it went very well for us. We pushed very hard, and we were within 4 minutes of the Europeans, which is very good, and 15 minutes ahead of everybody else. Walter, come on out here! Come on, Walter!
I'm fired. Okay. At 20, main road stays left. There's a bunch of roads on your right, but we're going to keep left. In 10.
Where do we go?
Main road stays left.
Left.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Here
We're
it
going to
is.
keep left. That's it. In 20. Main road stays right.